Namaste once again, and hello everybody. Welcome back to our show Grinch 420.
You're a bad banana. Mr. Grinch. With the greasy black pig.
And we have our next guest, Pablo. Would you like to introduce to yourself, please?
It's me. It's Pavlo, the one and only, the greatest.
The greatest Pablo from Malabar, guys. Alright, Pablo, how are you?
I'm good. Not too bad. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty okay. Getting there.
That's how it is.
It's a struggle, but
Battling on.
that's right. Fighting.
So, what's the topic?
Alright, today the topic might be friendship. What do you think?
Not a bad topic. Could go on a lot about that. Are we going about like good friendships, bad friendships, a bit of both?
A bit of both. Because I prefer, in order for us to judge, or in order for us to find a good friendship, I think we have to have some bad experience.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean, with friends, that's all part of life, and with life, it's all trial and error. So, I mean, what about you? Who's the one person that's stuck by?
But
Little shout out time, I guess.
shout out time. Bro, fuck, I can't pick one. I have too many friends, and a few of them are really special to me. You are one of them, of course.
Oh,
you have been
cheers.
one of them, a good friend in very short time.
And
yeah,
how long's it been anyway?
what, 8 months?
It's got to be a little longer than that.
I reckon roughly 1 year to 8 months.
Yeah.
I think it's the day we opened the shop.
Yeah.
And then you walk into the store and you saw this great looking guy, smart, and you're like, hey, you know what? I never had a smart and good looking friend. So.
And then I realized that I was talking in the mirror. And then he came and helped me out with that because, a little bit delusional
That's correct.
sometimes.
That's correct. I have to wipe the mirror. So yeah, I think it's been almost 1 year, bro.
Hey, it's been a good friendship, man.
100%.
honestly.
Up and down. There were days I almost killed you.
Same.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's how it is, It's
True.
ups and downs. Friendships are like your life. It's roller coaster, right?
True.
You have your ups and your downs, your goods and your bads. And the hope, in general, is that you don't fall off the roller coaster. Especially when you're at your highs.
Agree.
Because that's a long drop, you know
True.
what I mean?
True.
Metaphorically. And also literally, like, that's a really, really bad time.
True.
For me, honestly, I agree. It hasn't been too long. I think it's been a healthy amount of time where I'm able to see that you're a quality mate, you know what I mean?
Thank you.
For me, it's not questionable. Growing up, I've always been in my own head.
Mm-hmm.
And so when it comes to friendships, like, I've been let down multitude of occasions. Like,
So you have a lot of experience, especially in the negatives.
yeah. I'm like probably one of the first people you should come talk to when it comes to like snakes in the grass. But at the very least, I can come out of it with knowledge and hopefully look out for the red flags and skip the people that are slowly falling into those lines. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's never happened with you. You know what I mean? Ultimately, at the very least, me and you are on the same page in terms of communication. If there's an issue that, like, let's say I say or do something that you don't like, if it was rude or whatever, I'm comfortable in our friendship that you're actually going to come up and talk to me about it, rather than letting it fester, because it's happened so many times. Yeah. And, you lose friendships over that. Miscommunication is, like, one of the biggest negatives to, like,
Ruining
inject into a friendship. Yeah, like, if you don't feel like you're comfortable with your friends, where you're able to at least bring up grievances or just little things that bother you, then of course, like, your friendship's questionable and potentially going to fall apart. But I don't get that. Like, I don't feel that with you. You know what I mean? Plus, like, with all the boys that you introduced me to, they're, like the good old saying, you're a product of the 5 people that you hold closest to you, right? And for you, I feel like that's family, and then it's friends, right? So ultimately, your friends sort of do emulate who you want as your family too, right?
True.
And so for me, that's why I'm never hesitant to meet any of your mates. I'm never hesitant to say hello. Ultimately, like, as I was saying before, and you probably remember me saying this to you anyway, the only difficulty with it is, I have to remember names and faces and say hi to people now. But, it's a first world problem to a degree. But it's a good problem to have. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's always good to know good people and
for sure,
make new friends, Saying about a friendship and new friendship, I wanted to ask you a question, but I don't remember asking you before. Was I the first Nepalese friend you ever had?
To be honest, yes.
You will never have a friend like me.
I'm getting a copyright. I should probably shut my mouth.
You should, yeah, you should.
You don't want to screw around with the copyright laws.
True, true. Especially when you are low budget podcast, you don't want to get any legal issues.
Mm.
And yeah, the topic we had was friendship. And now we're going to actually continue with the question that I was asking Pablo before. Pablo, let's go for it.
Oh yeah, so basically on our break, he decided to ask me, get back on the topic of Nepalese women.
No, hold on a second. That's not what I said. I said...
Come on, bro. Come on. Besides, we talked about it before. And my perception was, I've met a few. Granted, it's never really been romantic or anything like that. And I figured, what? I don't understand why you're asking me when you're the perfect one for me to be asking. Because I don't have that experience. You do.
Oh, I do.
So please relish me.
You actually assumed that I actually do, or you just thought I'm just gonna say I do?
Brother, regardless.
You can tell. You can tell.
Regardless.
All right. Look, I had few experience. I'm not gonna. You want me to be honest there? Yeah, Nepalese women. I think they're the prettiest in the world. Very honestly. Okay, and that's not me saying this because I'm Nepalese. I just think they're very pretty, and they're very loyal. I mean, most of them, of course. And what do you want to know? They're very kind.
Would you recommend for me to get?
100%, but it depends. I don't know if you're that lucky. You gotta be lucky to have a Nepalese woman.
True.
All right. So.
Well, I mean, initially the hope was to get on the show, get a little bit of fame, publicity.
True.
Maybe at one stage I'll have some Nepalese women banging down my door trying to get with me. I don't know.
Or maybe they're gonna bang at your door, and say, "Hey, Pablo, what are the chances for you to introduce me to Paco?"
Yeah, that's not happening. Because that's the thing. Why would I go above and beyond when you're already going to have it anyway?
True.
So, I mean, for me, it's like I'm throwing more of them towards you for you to weed them out, I
agree. Yeah, 100%.
So, look, we're friends, like we established before the break. So I don't want to throw more towards your way and make it difficult, you know what I mean?
True.
It's the last thing as a friend I'd want to do.
Yeah, a good friend, Pablo.
And who knows, maybe I'll say, yeah, I could definitely get an appointment in for you. I'll pencil you in. But you gotta go through me first.
Go through you first, huh? That's
yeah.
pretty pretty tough.
Because at the end of the day, it's like I'm like your bodyguard, So it's like taste testing your food, make sure there's no poison, make sure that the women that are trying to get in your pants aren't poisoned. So.
True. Oh, you're a good friend, man.
Hey,
Thank you very much, Pablo. I never actually had that chance to think that way,
Hey, I'm always up for broadening your perspectives, man.
All right.
I'm happy to do that.
Okay, bro. Look, one day I'm pretty sure I will get to introduce you to one of our beautiful women as a good friend, and then it's totally up to you guys where you guys gonna take it from there. But talking about me being the first Nepalese friend you had. I'm pretty sure you met some Nepalese people after me or before me, and
Nah. Realistically, I'm telling you, man, it's never really been before.
Really?
Yeah,
you are the one.
Yeah, I'm telling you, no joke of a lie.
I'm sick of hearing that from all the women, and now I gotta hear that from a boy too, man.
You're my first.
You're my only one.
I do appreciate it because I feel like if I hadn't, then every other Nepalese person I would have met probably would have been one of the bad apples.
Yeah.
Leave a bad taste in your mouth, feel like I don't really want to associate, and then maybe it would have been strenuous and difficult for me and you to get along at that point.
True.
So as far as I'm concerned, it's like throughout your life you hit the lottery, right? Granted, I'd love to win Monopoly money, theoretically, and then be able to just throw it around. Maybe it has value, maybe it doesn't. Because at the end of the day, it's a whole different topic we're going to get into, but money for me is just a
piece of paper.
Social construct, to be honest. But, there's value in my friendship with you. And I feel like if I hadn't met you as the first Nepalese, then it would have been more difficult. The idea of me branching out from my original friend group was strange to me anyway,
Yeah.
4 or 5 months ago, I still was trying to keep my old friend group and all that. And now it's like, I still got you guys, It's not really like I've lost anything, you know what I mean? Which is good.
Bro, I feel really privileged listening to this right now. I don't know if you can see this in my face.
Well, it's probably because...
But keep talking.
Yeah, exactly, because you want me to sing your good graces, mate. And I'm happy to do that because, genuinely, if I feel like around the way my timeline goes, if I hadn't met you around the time that I did, it was around the time where I started to question the quality of most people out there. Granted, it's very unfair for me to have that mentality at the time because it was like a massive generalization, and I think after meeting you was what helped me sort of change from that perspective. Made me realize like it's not really that easy for people to be kind. I've dealt with my stuff, you've dealt with your stuff, and the difference between us and everybody else that I would consider snakes is that for us we don't use it as a excuse to act negatively towards people, and that's the main thing why me and you were friendly from the get-go, because I could tell that you're not the type of person to throw out negative energy into the world. You're someone who wants positivity, happiness, good vibes, right?
I try. Yeah, that's correct. All right, saying that, we don't have much time, and I would like, since you have so much experience about friendship and friends, I would like to give some advice to our viewers how to maintain a good friendship.
Honestly, man, the simplest thing I can say is communication. As difficult as a conversation could be to have, it's better that you both come to the terms that you're comfortable with each other, especially with your friendship, that you're willing to have communication and you open that dialogue and you just get things off your chest. Don't let things sit for too long. It really alienates friendships, you know what I mean? So, and look, ultimately, even if you've had bad friendships, don't reflect on them to dwell on them. Reflect on them so you're able to see what the red flags were, so you're prepared for your next friendships. Don't lose hope on being friends with people too. I went through that too. I was very, very close to not wanting any more friends. And one of the reasons why I didn't stop. Thank you, guys.
Look, guys, it was great talking to you, and I sorry for being late with our videos. We were planning to upload a video last week, I think. But since most of us are busy and it's really, really tough and hard to manage sometimes, and that's the main reason for us not being able to come to the video, we will definitely try our best to come back within next week again with a different topic and try to bring the same man back again. He's very pretty interesting.
Hey, I'm happy to be here.
Saying that, we want to thank our sponsor this time, not like the last time. I don't know if you know our sponsors, but I'll just still let you and the viewers know again. Thank you for sponsoring us. Alawa Supermarket, Alawa, NME, Nepal Money Express, Ani O Momo, Yum Yum. Thank you very much once again, and goodbye.
Thanks, guys.
You're a bad banana. Mr. Grinch. With the greasy black peel.